five eighths for 5/8 for change. So Barbara and I, we have found out that there's gonna be 5A in the English language that you can use as a steps for achieving the change of mindset. It doesn't matter if you need it in your personal life or if you need it in your career or business life, it's always working the same way. So just a little recap. We saw in the previous episodes that the first steps for the change is going to be awareness. So you just need to be aware that actually something is not okay for yourself and you might need to change it. The second step is going to be acceptance. So, I mean, every change comes with a kind of discomfort. That's normal. That's part of life. Everybody faces the same challenge. So don't feel alone. And simply you just need to accept it. That's what it is. That's the life, how it goes, etc. Just follow the flow, accept it, and you can move to the third step. The third step is simply adaptability. So you just need to shape somehow yourself, your mind, your habit, your life to move from the point A to the point B. And so you just need to adapt your language, your body, your habit, your sleep, whatever it is, your change to the new condition. And now we are on the step number 4, that is going to be like accountability. So you just need to commit with the change. So we are just leaving completely the theoretical part where everything is inside your mind. And with the point number 3, and today with the point number 4, we are definitely moving into the practical steps. And then it's going to be in 2 weeks of time, it's going to be the final step, the number 5th, sorry for my pronunciation, and it's the action. But I don't want to introduce the action because it's going to be in 2 weeks' time. Today we're going to talk about adaptability. So to say it for whoever needs other words, maybe you know it better call as commitment. So you just need to commit yourself with your change. I don't know if you want to introduce something about commitment or Barbara, or if you want me to go. It's up to you. What do you want?
Well, so far I'm just sitting back and listening, and you are amazing.
Okay.
And so far I agree with everything what you said, and I definitely think that last session was really good. So definitely have a look on the adaptability and creating this psychological flexibility, let's say. And as of this week, where we talked about accountability, I see accountability more as a responsibility and ownership, in a sense of like recognizing and accepting the duties, the tasks that you are expected to do. And by you are expected, I mean you expect from yourself, or like you want to do them, or also like at work you are really expected to do them because they are part of your position. And so taking this ownership to take the action, and this is really important for the session in 2 weeks, like because like once we will take this ownership of the outcome, and just going beyond like completing tasks and working and committing to keep going to do, instead of just talk about it but just really do it, because yeah, like talking about a task isn't doing the task. Thinking about the task isn't doing the task. Um,
Yeah.
Discussing about the task isn't doing the task. And therefore, we need to take this ownership and responsibility in doing, so that we create this accountability and we will be accountable to commit to our goals or tasks or milestones or whatever you call it, routines, rituals.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I like it because we are very aligned here. I have some notes on my phone, and actually, my first sentence is knowing is not doing. And I want that this one is going to be our mantra today because I mean, every time we are used to listen to quotes like, motivation is not enough, you just need discipline, and all these things. And this is right because the motivation at the beginning, you feel like the kind of energy of the motivation and you feel like you can make it, but sooner or later, the motivation is not enough for committing to your final goal. And this is really true. So you just need to find a way for find the discipline in order to actually change your habit in a way that they're gonna be part of yourself, and you are not suffering. You're not gonna be hurt anymore in pursuing your new goals. Because if somehow at the end of the process you feel like it doesn't fit you, you are kind of suffering, that's not the right answer for you. So the change you have made somehow is not the right fit for you. So I mean, I have like that. In my notes, I have like exactly knowing is not doing it. So we just need to start the practice and see how to adapt the new shaping with adaptability to ourselves. But we need to be consistent and don't giving up to the first bad result we can face in our path. At the same time, I just put that commitment means to being 100% into the new life that you want to live. Because otherwise, if you're not gonna be 100%, I have a little slide that maybe can help us in this. Can you see the slide?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So the
perfect.
point is just like with a commitment, you just need to be 100% into it because if that is the only way for getting any kind of result. So just keep in mind that if you don't commit, it means like you're not doing any action. If you don't take any action, you can't get any results. And if you don't get any results, you are failing in your change. You're not gonna have any change at the end. And so if you were changing, it's more like your motivation was from a pain point. So you wanted to leave something that was hurting you. And it means that if there is no change, actually, there's not gonna be any happiness. So the real success in life or in business, because I remind you that Barbara worked with you in your personal life, I worked with you in the business life, can happen only if you actually achieve the final goal or the change, and so the happiness. Happiness means to be aligned with yourself. So, and when you are aligned with yourself, it means that somehow we don't know how, we don't know what kind of magic is behind it, but you gain new energies. You discover that you are powerful, you are enough by yourself, and you can move the mountain just with a finger. These energies come up only when you are aligned with yourself. So please be true. Don't betray yourself. And every time you face like the change is not going in the direction that you want, no worries. Just come back and see what didn't work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Agree. Um, and yeah, like when we align with what's truly important to us, or when we align with what's important, um, it is actually nourishing for us. It's not really depleting. And we talked about like the awareness and acceptance and adaptability like in previous weeks. So we like in the first week we talked about like being aware of what works, what doesn't, and then accept that there are things that will work and then there are things that won't. And okay, so how will I create this shape around that, and how will I adapt to it, so that now actually you can really like see, okay, what aligns with me, so that I can continue to do this change. Because in the end we talk about like how to do the change in life, and it doesn't mean whether it is in personal life or in professional life, in business life. um, it is always a process that requires these steps, so that we have this acknowledgement of and like we are able to reflect on things that work and things that don't, so that it is also realistic when we commit to something, and we have this trust in ability that that we can actually make the change, take the action, and see the result.
You use a very powerful word, trust.
Thank you.
Because many times people ask me, how can I actually commit, maybe it sounds silly, but my answer is just like you need to stop questioning, and you need to start to trusting the process or the way you have chosen to follow. Because just for connecting with your job and your personal life, one thing is just gonna be, for example, the life partner. Sorry. Um, Sometimes I had the discussion like, how can I be sure that I'm not gonna, there's not gonna be any prettier person in the world than this one? How can I actually choose this person as my partner life partner? And the truth, just like you don't know it, and probably there's gonna be other prettier people in the world than this one. But in the moment where you decide to commit with that person, you stop questioning. You stop questioning like anyone else can be prettier, can be nicer, can be more amazing, whatever is going to be the adjective that you want to put in the sentence, than this person. But because I decide to commit with this person, I just stop questioning everything else, and I start to build something that can be stronger with this person. So the final result that I can get with my partner is gonna be farthest than whatever I can get. Keeping moving from one partner to another one. So starting from zero over and over again. So I feel like that you use the magical word with trust, because in life there's not gonna be any manual. So there's not gonna be anything like, okay, what is gonna happen if I'm gonna follow that path instead of the other one? No one can answer really those questions. You are the only one that can, based on what are actually fitting for you. So when you decide to commit, when you decide to be accountable for something, you just need to stop questioning. And you just need to trust yourself and the choice that you have made.
Yeah, definitely there are areas or situations in which you just need to go for gut feeling and see if it works. If it doesn't, experiment. I would say as long as the direction or the next steps align with your long-term vision and with your values for at least 80%, then then like that like 80% would be just like really the minimum of saying, okay, I'll go for it or I won't go for it. This trust is has to be created and built on. And it can like when you have difficulties in trusting in yourself that you are capable of something, then you like first you need to look at like why is that, and like if there is any evidence around like that you ever gave up on yourself, and then like actually by seeing, okay, what is the actual situation here, what is actually true, from there you can go, okay, how can I prove myself that I can make it, I can do it, and commit to just like really simple step. It can be as little as just writing one word into your document when you want to write a CV or a business plan, or perhaps you are in the university and you're doing the assignments. So if it is too big for you to really see, okay, yeah, I'm actually capable of doing it, then break it down to even smaller step. Even though it feels like it's a tiny little step, this tiny little step will help you to then see, oh, I actually committed to it, I actually did it. So next time um, I can have a bigger bite and then build on that.
Yeah, the only problem is just like once you say like I'm able to do it, you are already in the step number 5. So you have already taken some action for knowing if it's okay or not. Am I correct here?
That's true, but like to create a strong accountability, and since we are already in doing these practical, I think that start building in the step 4 is great for the step 5, which is like taking bigger actions. But yeah, I might probably next time talk about the similar thing.
I
Like,
know, it's
it
so
applies for
complicated to split the two steps because I mean, everything is connected with each
it.
other. And as you can see, many times I'm saying like, "Oh, okay, if you don't feel comfortable in this one, please step back." So, I mean, but this is actually what it is. There's no, I mean, we have made it up these steps, but there's not like a straight line separating like a border. Okay, this one is Italian land and this other one is French land and everything like that. It doesn't work in this way. I mean, we have made it up these 5 steps, but they are all connecting, they are all mixing up, and it's very alike that I mean one is it can't exist if you don't do the forward step. So in this case, the action.
Yeah,
Um,
and also when you look at the practical way of actually how to build accountability, because like probably after these 20 minutes you understand that you need to create this accountability. So what I've noticed actually in, or like what I've saw multiple times is that sometimes actually taking these small takes, taking these actions, sometimes they are not really connected with the bigger step that we are going to talk about the next week. So, for example, there like when building commitment and accountability, the step might be to start going for a walk 3 times a week, and that would be a win, and that would help to create this trust. Oh, I can actually do it, I can actually commit to it, so next time I can commit to something totally different, um, because our brain isn't limited that now only you're able to commit to walking, and if you wanted to commit to something different it would, but like it wouldn't work if there is this click, this aha moment, if you remove all these burdens that are in your way from committing, then actually just going for a walk 3 times a week might give you this aha moment and see, oh, actually, I can commit to something bigger. So it helps you towards creating this trust.
yeah, absolutely. And I want to add one thing actually. That is not connected directly with accountability, but it's connected with the change mindset in general. So I'm not 100% sure. I feel like it was what if, but I mean, I'm not 100% sure about this quote. The quote says like that we are the addiction of the last five people, or we are the summary of the last five people we have met. So it means that if, I mean, if we want to change something in our life, surrounding ourselves with people that are already in the next step that we want to follow actually can help us in this process. So, for instance, if I want to go to the gym, it's gonna be easier to go to the gym every day if constantly I am receiving messages from my friend on the phone saying like sorry I couldn't reply earlier because I was at the gym. The same like if I want to stop smoking, if I surround myself with no smoker people, so I'm just gonna hang it out with you but you don't smoke, I it's more easier for me to gain the new habit to no smoke when we are hanging out together. So this could be, for example, one little steps that you were mentioning earlier. So surround yourself with people that somehow, even if they are not aware of it, they are supporting your new self, the new version of yourself. Yeah, I mean, but this was in general with the change. Actually, it just come up now in
Yeah,
my.
yeah, no, this is so true. I was told when I was small that if you want to achieve something, you have to go to someone who already achieved it. And my mom always told me to either observe them or to ask them how they did it, or to ask them to mentor you. Um, and actually, like when you have a business idea, for example, um, when you reach out to someone who has already established successful business, perhaps sold it already. Um, it is always such an inspiration, and it helps, in my case at least, to create this trust. Oh yeah, actually I could do this one day too, and I'll keep going. So yeah, I like this. Thank you for the reminder of this. I totally forgot.
You're welcome. I mean, I feel like you're not the only one. Like once you are you're surrounding yourself with people that actually made it, or even if they are in the same path as you. So they're gonna be your motivation. You are supporting each other. Yeah, it's easier to create the trust that you were talking earlier. Definitely, 100%. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, I can see like an interested face. What is your mind?
I'm
You
looking.
have your little mechanics
I'm
working.
looking
I can see
at
it.
the time, and I'm seeing that we are almost finished, and I feel like we did it in time.
We are improving ourselves. What can we say?
You should celebrate, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so finally we stayed inside 30 minutes of this live. If you have any questions, if you have any feedbacks, please feel free to reach out to Barbara or I or both of us. We're gonna be more than happy in replying all of your questions. Moreover, I want to tell that Barbara has a lovely program this May. Every morning, you can do a mindfulness session with her freely um, on LinkedIn. It's gonna be 6:30 in the morning UK time from Monday to Friday, and 11 a.m. Saturday and Sunday. And yeah, it's gonna take more or less 10-15 minutes, but it's gonna be the booster that you need for properly face the challenging during your days. And if you're not available for watching and practice your mindfulness moment during the morning, don't worry, because everything is going to be recorded on LinkedIn, so you can watch the replay on the platform.
Oh, thank you for such a promo. I didn't expect it, but thank you. Thanks a
Oh,
lot.
it's
And
lovely. I love
yeah,
every morning.
it's really to just like start the day and to ground ourselves. Yeah, sometimes it's practice for 5 minutes, sometimes for maximum 15. And yeah, you're more than welcome to join.
Yeah, I'm doing my best for committing to it. Once I mean, when I can't do it in the morning, I'm gonna just try to do it during the day. But yeah, I mean, mindfulness is just to be present right now, feeling yourself, feeling what is surrounding you, and it's gonna free your mind. So in this way, you can also maybe achieving a better result in your change because you have the mental space for actually thinking what is fitting you and what it doesn't. And yeah, I mean, I feel like we are 30 minutes now. And yeah, I mean, if you
Thanks
don't,
a lot.
sorry,
Thanks a lot for having me. And
thanks for
yeah,
you
it
for
was fun to
joining.
chat.
Yeah.
And I look forward to have our next session or last session of these 5 A's around taking action.
Yeah,
Interesting.
the last session of this series is gonna be in 2 weeks' time. So it's gonna be the 28th of May, always 6:30 UK time or 7:30 European time. And yeah, I mean, for all the rest, just reach us out with some DMs. Okay.
So,
Have a lovely day and enjoy the rest of the week, guys.
bye.
5 8 for change.